Welcome once again to the Weird and Wonderful channel. So glad you could join us. Have you ever wondered what might be hidden inside the walls of an old house? Not the pipes or the wires, but the secrets. The strange, unsettling remnants of folk magic that ordinary people once believed would keep them safe. Across England, Ireland, and even early America, archaeologists and renovators have discovered curious items sealed into chimneys, buried beneath hearthstones, or tucked deep within plastered walls. They are the remnants of apotropaic magic, spells meant to ward off evil. And they tell us that fear once lived inside the very bones of our homes. Perhaps the most famous of these charms is the witch bottle. Picture it, a glass or stoneware vessel, often a common wine jug or a small ceramic flask. But inside, something darker. Rusty nails, bent pins, shards of glass, even locks of hair or drops of urine. All sealed tight and then buried beneath the threshold or hidden in a wall. The idea was simple. When a witch sent a curse, the malevolent energy would be drawn into the bottle, trapped by the sharp objects, and neutralized by the sympathetic link of bodily fluids. A homegrown spiritual security system. And the witch bottle was far from the only charm. Dead animals, especially cats, have been found mummified within walls, their twisted forms suggesting they were entombed alive. The cat, long associated with witchcraft, was placed as both guardian and sacrifice, meant to intercept evil spirits and witches who might slip inside the home. Sometimes shoes were hidden instead, worn leather boots tucked into rafters, carrying the imprint of their owner's soul to ward away trouble. To our modern eyes, these practices feel macabre, even cruel. But to those who lived in constant fear of plague, crop failure, and the dreaded maleficium, the evil eye, they were acts of desperate devotion. Every hearth and doorway was a vulnerable point, a liminal threshold between the safety of the family and the dangers of the outside world. Folk magic turned those thresholds into battlegrounds. The discoveries themselves are chilling. In Suffolk, a 17th century witch bottle was uncovered containing pins, a nail, and human hair. At a house in Devon, the skeletal remains of a cat were found bricked into the chimney breast. Shoes, dolls, horse skulls, and even written charms appear again and again across centuries and continents. Each one whispers the same story. Fear is not new, and neither is the attempt to control it through ritual. What makes this so fascinating and so unnerving is that these items were never meant to be seen again. They were sealed away with intent, hidden forever. The act of discovery feels almost like unearthing a private spell, disturbing the uneasy sleep of long-dead fears. And yet, these strange relics also shape the imagination of folk horror. The idea of a house holding its own secrets, of malign spirits bricked into walls, of everyday objects carrying sinister power. These are tropes that echo from films like The Witch and Blood on Satan's Claw to modern Gothic novels. Folk horror thrives in the spaces where superstition, ritual, and the uncanny intersect. And few things embody that better than a bottle filled with nails and hair, waiting in the dark beneath the hearthstone. So next time you walk into an old cottage or pass by a crumbling farmhouse, pause for a moment. Think about what lies within its bones. The laughter of children long gone. The smoke of a fire that hasn't burned in centuries. And perhaps, deep in the wall or under the floorboards, a silent guardian. Pins, bones, or a mummified cat, still standing vigil against witches, curses, and all the things we fear in the dark. Because folk horror isn't always about the monsters in the woods. Sometimes it's about the monsters in the walls. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Be seeing you.